I'm on the escalator by myself, so I can take my mask off for a second. Today literally feels like it's been a nightmare.
Flying day. We're at the airport. Say bye to mum and dad. Bye, mum and dad. Bye.
Love you.
Alright, let's see what's happened. We're gonna take our stuff out the car and then I'll film check-in, I guess. I don't know. I've already checked in online, so yeah. So this is going to be part 1 of this series. This is going to be purely about Heathrow and what it is like in departures. So going through security, like actually like what's open. When you watch this, it might be different. So just like keep a lookout for the date of this video so you know whether it's actually relevant to you, because things are changing constantly. So, okay. So when you go onto the Heathrow website, I'm gonna put the website up like somewhere. When you go onto the Heathrow website, the first thing that it comes up with is Fly Safe. So let's click on that. And then if you go down, it does tell you what to expect when going through departures. So as you can see, there's 7 points. As I take you through the airport, I'm going to put the points up on the screen so you know what refers to which part of our journey. So I wasn't actually able to record this part because for me it's quite stressful, and so I just didn't have my camera out, but I'm going to explain it to you guys. So at the front of Terminal 2, there are people at the front checking that everybody has a face mask on. They won't actually let you in without a face mask. They weren't letting people in who weren't on a flight, so you had to say goodbye to like your parents, etc. at that part, which meant that it was blocking people going through to their flights. That was a bit of an issue, I found. When you did try and go through, they asked you what time your flight was and what airline you're going through. The other thing they had just behind the doors of the terminal was a little station that had face masks, which they were giving out to people who didn't have any face masks, and they had hand sanitizer and like disinfectant wipes as well.
I never make promises, 'cause I don't keep them. I never make promises.
So as you can see, they do have screens, but no one's really using them. But at least the staff are wearing masks. The other thing they say is that on the floor there should be markers to say, like, to show where everyone should be standing, so they're 2 meters apart. But I didn't see any, and no one was staying 2 meters apart from each other.
I'm on the escalator by myself, so I can take my mask off for a second. Today literally feels like it's been a nightmare. I had to wait in one queue to be approved to go into Canada because I don't have a job, and that took forever. And then I had to stand in another queue to check in, even though I checked in online. And then she told me my bag was overweight by like a couple of kilograms, but like wouldn't like just let it go. So I then had to like empty my stuff out, which was whatever, but that was just annoying. And then I had to go because my parents were waiting for me, because just in case it was over and I needed to give them stuff. So my parents were waiting for me, so then I had to make them wait for like an hour and a half nearly, just for that. Thank God I had awesome parents. But I am about to go through security. Hopefully this doesn't take too long, because it is 11:30 and my flight leaves at 1, so wish me good luck. Oh. I think security out of my whole experience at Heathrow was probably the best part. They had the little dots to tell you how far apart you can be, and they would only let one person at a time actually go into security. You could though wear your mask through the whole of security, so that was one less thing to worry about, I guess. Which was pretty painless, probably the most painless thing that I've done today. So now I have to obviously find on my flight list.
Like, it felt like they were taking the right precautions, and there were literally signs everywhere saying wash your hands regularly, keep 2 meters apart, make sure you have your face masks on. I think it was pretty social distance, and even the queues to get to, because a lot of the food places, especially which were offering takeaways, as they call it, I mean, where are you taking it away to? Like literally outside. They had like quite long queues. Pret, I think, had the longest of all of the places, but yeah, no, they were.
But yeah, now I'm going to the gate. So
Boarding. Again, this is kind of, I guess, to do with the airline as well as Heathrow. It says on here, check on the screens for your departure gate. To help keep social distancing, 5 people will board at a time. No. Basically, no, that didn't happen. They didn't have 5 people boarding at a time. People in the queue weren't socially distancing from each other, and no one seemed to care. I guess we all had our like face masks and everything on, so maybe it didn't make too much difference if we were socially distancing or not, but it definitely wasn't something they were worrying about when it came to calling people to board. Yeah, so out of the 7 things that they said that they're doing, I don't think they did all of them properly. I would say out of the 7, they did maybe 2 or 3 completely, like exactly how they've said on the website, but everything else was kind of, I would say, below par. I didn't feel unsafe when I was traveling, so that's one thing, I guess. Yeah, I didn't feel unsafe, and I definitely think that I had a lot more stress. Because I didn't know whether I was going to be able to actually get into Canada, because I was on a working holiday and I didn't have a job, but I was going. So I think that added to my stress. And I was a little bit overweight on my luggage, so I had to repack everything while I was actually at the airport, which kind of sucked. You know, because even me, as someone who's been traveling for 4 years, still sometimes has an overweight bag. Those are just a few things to keep in mind when you are thinking about booking or traveling. This was just my experience personally with Heathrow. Other people might have different experiences. It might change over the next couple of months, like when people start actually traveling again. So yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope this video has been helpful. If it has, give it a big thumbs up and give me a comment. Tell me where your next destination is going to be. Stay safe, stay sane. Lots of love, Kesvi.